Hello and welcome to this ranked sprint game. It's the second season, and the changes have been made that there are now 8 ships instead of just 5. It's still tier 5, and you can still play in a division with one other player. So here I am playing with Warlock, who's in the October Revolution, and I am in the Kamikaze R, the IGN Premium Destroyer. We are playing on New Dawn, and as we can see, this is a pretty standard matchmaking setup for this rank split, where we have 4 battleships, 1 cruiser, and 3 destroyers. Usually, you would have 3 to 4 destroyers and 3 to 4 battleships, and then 1 to 2 cruisers, depending on the exact number. And just based on this, my opinion is that this hasn't been as enjoyable as the last season. But it is what's been tested, so one just has to deal with it. Either way, I'm going for C to try and cap it, and then depending on how it looks, move a bit towards B. T22 is with me, while our second Kamikaze R is going for A, with help from battleship and our cruiser. Then Mikira is spotted. I launch on Torp just in case he pokes his nose out or there's anything else coming from that side, but I don't really expect to hit anything. It's more to prevent anyone from going in there without being punished, or at least get them to turn away. Me and the T22 cap, while at A, our team is forced to run away since all 3 enemy destroyers are there, and we only have 1 and limited support.
Retreat now. Get back.
Now we see where all the ships are, and it turns out there are only 2 ships here, the Kirov and one of the Julia Cesares. The rest of the team is moving to A, and they've already managed to cap it. But our T22 is trying to cap B, while the enemy Kirov is pushing in. I sent some torps, but didn't really have the range, unless he decided to turn in towards C. And he also decides to actually speed away, so my torps will not be anywhere near him. As I get detected, I slow down and open fire on him. Since he's showing broadside, I switch to AP. And I actually score 2 citadels, and he goes down straight after. Julia Cesare hits me, but not too much. And here I decide to try and chase him a bit. I more or less expect that he will at some point turn west, and that is when I hope I will be able to launch my torps and then move back towards B. I will speed up here a bit, because there's a fairly long sequence here in which I just try to close the gap between me and the Cesare. Our T22 managed to cap B, but instantly there is a Kamikaze R going into the cap, clashed it, and the T22 dies from enemy battleship. So now the enemy is capping B. It looks like the chaser is turning in a little bit, so I quickly launch my torpedoes and turn around island as close as I possibly can. And I think there might have been a few sailors that jumped ashore. I'm not sure. The torps will not quite reach him. It was a bit of a gamble that unfortunately didn't pay off, but at least he is out of the battle for quite some time.
Engine boost deactivated.
Just before I passed the island, I managed to get a few shots out on the enemy Kamikaze.
Torpedoes dead ahead.
We have right now the cap advantage and also the ship advantage. I'm trying to move into position to torp all those battleships that are coming from A. Unfortunately, our emerald dies, and I launch some torps at the October Revolution, even though it looks like the König. Warlock is now pushing into B, as I am spotted by the enemy Kamikaze again. I smoke up because I don't really want to deal with the enemy battleships. The one I torped stops, so they all miss. But they are red again, so I launch some torps on the enemy König to try and help Warlock dealing with the three battleships that he is facing. The torps coming in from the enemy Kamikaze, the one sent on me will miss, and I think that the one sent at Warlock will also all miss. Yeah. Try to shoot at the König while I wait for my torps to connect. And I'm a bit lucky because the second torp actually detonates him. One of my very nice teammates decides that it's very reasonable to call me names because I am not doing what is best for him. He thinks I should spot the destroyer while I'm trying to keep Warlock alive as best as I can. My smoke is running out though, and I fully expect there to be some torps again, since his torps will be ready as well at any moment. And as expected, there they are. There's also smoke over there, so even if I had left and tried to spot him, I wouldn't have seen it since he was sitting in smoke. So the brilliant teammate I had, turns out he didn't really know what he was talking about, but what can you expect? Unfortunately, I only get one torpedo hits on the Cesare, and the October Revolution kills Warlock. Sorry, the Cesare kills Warlock. Launch my torps as the Kamikaze spot again, and I fire at him. And I get a decent hit. Unfortunately, I am now detected, and October Revolution gets a really good hit at me. Luckily it goes down, and island is now in the way. But I get 3 torpedoes on the Cesare, and I kill him and get the second devastating strike. Can't shoot at the Kamikaze again, guns are not turned. And I try to get in position to launch some torps at the second enemy dual Cesare that I chased before. Before I try to see if I can find the enemy Kamikaze again. We have the advantage here though, we have 1 ship more than the enemy, and we also have 1 more cap. So it is looking rather okay. Kamikaze is detected,
Concentrate fire on the enemy warship.
and I turn around to kill him. I get some help, but I am the one that gets the kill. As I see the second enemy Kamikaze in the south. Here I am a bit undetermined on what to do, if I should try and chase the Cesare for some potentially higher damage, or if I should just go for the enemy destroyer and try to get him killed.
Torpedoes to port.
Eventually I do decide to go for the destroyer, since it's more beneficial to get killed than any more damage. But basically this should be a win right now. We have a huge point advantage, so even if we were to lose a ship, I should be able to kill the Kamikaze with one salvo, and even if I die, it shouldn't really be any risk of losing the game. A bit unfortunate that I couldn't keep the Warlock alive longer, but luckily we managed to kill all the battleships in B, and with this last shot I secured a win with 8k damage and 4 kills.
Enemy destroyer. Our team has taken the lead.
And after that the points tick in, as I got my 4-goal haul. So a nice end to the game.